Hello and welcome to Exclusive with Taghreed Hussein here on Nile TV International. Tonight we'll be taking you to a very beautiful country. We'll take you to the jewel of the Balkan. Tonight we'll be visiting Albania, and we have all the honor and pleasure to have with us His Excellency Ambassador Eduard Sulo, who is the Albanian ambassador to Egypt. Ambassador Eduard Sulo, Albanian ambassador to Egypt, thank you so much for joining Nile TV International. Always a pleasure having you.
It's my pleasure to be with you, and I'm really much honored to be here tonight and talk with you about my country and about Egypt, who's my second country for the moment.
Starting off by our journey to Albania, let us know more about this beautiful country from you, and a few words to explore Albania and share this experience with our viewers around the world.
Thank you very much, and let's go on with what we were talking about. So, Albania is a small country, Mediterranean country. It is situated on the western side of the Balkan Peninsula. We're sharing borders with Greece, North Macedonia, Kosovo, Montenegro, and on the west side of it with Italy, but there's the Adriatic Sea that divides both our countries. It's a little bit difficult to talk to your country because, how to say, people might think that he's talking you're talking too much and appreciation your country is that much, but reality is that Albania is a very beautiful country. It has all kinds of terrain, all kinds of climates. There are 4 seasons, spring, summer, winter, and autumn and winter. And we have wonderful beaches, 2 kinds of beaches, sand beaches, which are majority, about 60%, and 40% it's rocky and cliff beaches. So it's the mountains coming directly to the sea. It's a wonderful place, and you like. There's fields, arable land, on the western side of Albania, and then all central, northern, and eastern, southern Albania is a mountainous region with high mountains reaching 3,000 meters above sea level. And for a foreigner, a tourist, it's beautiful because when they come, they will go to explore the nature, which is lovely, swimming in the sea and turning your head on your back, and you will see mountains of high mountains there. On the other side, they have to experience, and they will meet a historical country with a lot of historic monuments, cultural monuments, and they are going to enjoy the cultural Albania, its folklore, songs and dances, and dresses, which they appreciate so much.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi appreciates the strong bond that binds both Egypt and Albania, and the sense of cooperation between both nations. And this has been reflected during the visit of Prime Minister Edi Rama to Egypt, and talking with President al-Sisi about taking our cooperation further, and also congratulating Albania for its non-membership seat in the UN Security Council.
Absolutely right. Okay, our both countries and both peoples, they have been having close relations, historical close relations. And most of people here I meet, they say, yes, from time of Muhammad Ali. No, it's even older. Older. We're Mediterranean countries, and of course we used to have to exchange, make a lot. We were doing a lot of trade, and Albanian farmers and merchants used to come to Alexandria, who was a commerce hub from the medieval times on. So relations have been so close, but in the recent years, they are becoming closer and closer. And as you stressed, due to the vision and farsightedness of His Excellency President Sisi on the Egyptian side, which is based from, supported from the Albanian Prime Minister, His Excellency Edi Rama, and they expressed, or exchanged their views when they met together last October during Prime Minister Rama visit in Egypt, in Cairo. Yeah. This farsightedness has brought that both peoples and both countries come closer than ever, which it means that on his side, His Excellency President Sisi allowed Albanians, he was the first one to allow Albanians to come and visit Egypt, and no need to go to the embassies to require for visa, but they could come to the border passes, airports or wherever, and they can receive a visa over there, which is very easily, and made Albanians profit and had the chance to come and visit your wonderful country, to enjoy your historical sites, your historical monuments and monuments of culture, and mostly your touristic sites. Yeah. What I meant, they were enjoying visiting Sharm el-Sheikh and Hurghada and Alexandria and so. And on the other hand, with the initiative of Prime Minister Rama, starting from last year on, the Albanian government took the decision to withdraw visa regime for the Egyptians, and they can go freely to Albania, and they can visit the country, enjoy everything there without need of a visa. That's it. So it brings both peoples, these two great steps forward, bring our both peoples more closer. First, just to get to know each other, and secondly, it will come to enhance economical, cultural relations in the future, near future.
Ambassador, we're talking about a new Egypt, and in that respect, we have lots of smart universities that has been established on Egyptian soil, translating this into action. The features of Egypt's new republic. Egypt is opening up to the world. We have lots of university students from all over the world who are actually studying with us here in Egypt. How about the education file and protocols signed in that respect with Albania?
Yes, quite a good question. Of course, we have had the exchange of students in between two main universities of our countries, higher education I'm referring, in between University of Cairo and University of Tirana, which are the two biggest universities. And as a result of it, each country could send a number of students for studies in respective fields of education in both countries. But it seems that it's not enough. It's not enough in what respect? Because we need to increase the number of students, exchange of students, in order to give them the possibility to study in both countries, and that will bring our two countries closer, because students are going to get learn the culture, way of living, traditions, which I should stress that we are having, both countries are having approximately similar traditions and way of living. And it will bring finally both countries closer.
It has been a great historic move and a new chapter in our bilateral cooperation. We can find that today both Egyptians and Albanians can visit. We can visit both countries without a need for an entry visa. And this has been actually a very important step on the road, thanks to the efforts of the political leadership in that respect. Tell us more about how this important move did contribute to boosting bilateral cooperation and further also fosters our relations in the field of tourism.
Oh, that's a very good question. And how to say, easily move and visiting of both peoples to the both countries without visa regime, it increases the possibility of getting to know each other sooner and more, perfectly. But I can say that it's not only that, okay, as I stressed at the very beginning, Albania and Egypt have been closer together, and they have a part of our history which we had under one, let's say, empire, Ottoman Empire. Both countries were. And we have been having relations since then. And starting from the period of Muhammad Ali, the number of Albanians coming to Egypt and visiting Egypt and starting business with Egypt was increasing, and it came on in a bigger and bigger numbers till the end of Second World War. At the Second World War, from our history, we had a communist regime which was enclosed for foreigners, and the Albanians couldn't move abroad. So relations were very good. We had exchange of professors, scientists, artists in between both our countries, folkloric groups, and were visiting each country, giving performances at that period of time, but it was not enough. After the democratic changes of the regime in Albania in 1991 on, there had been a lot of changes in this respect. And now we are facing a new, let's say, phenomenon which was forgotten for those 50 and some years of history. Now Albanians are getting married with Egyptians. What I mean? Albanian girls marrying Egyptian boys and vice versa. But I can say, mostly the number of Albanian girls getting married with Egyptian boys is bigger than and greater than the vice versa. So now there's, how can I say, the Albanian community is increasing. We have quite a number of families, most of them living here in Cairo.
Albania is known with its crystal water beaches, beautiful beaches alongside, and we could see that nothing can beat actually the beautiful Riviera, which is famous around the world. Tell us more, Ambassador, about this beautiful Riviera, and also it's an invitation for all Egyptians and our viewers all over the world to visit the beautiful coast of Albania.
That's our duty. What I mean, it's my duty, my staff's duty, and your duty and your staff's duty. I mean, okay, I have to do more to go. I'm doing a lot, but to go to different places, universities, schools, institutions, to talk and present Albania. And you can do the same, but for you it's quite more, I'm not going to say easy, but it will be received with great interest from the public opinion.
We have also one of the oldest cities, Berat, which is very famous also all around the world and actually listed by UNESCO. What's the story behind Berat, Ambassador?
Berat is an ancient city. It started from, let's say, pre-Christ period, before Christ period, 2,000 years before Christ. And it's an old city. Okay, it is constructed on the hillsides of two mountains there, hillsides, and there comes a river that divides the town in two parts. Of course, there's a medieval castle over there, and it's a beautiful country. You can see all architecture, houses are made with stone walls, and it's a lovely place.
It's very interesting to see Albanians in the evening dressed up in fancy dresses and having a beautiful walk. This walk is very famous, called Giro. Tell us more, Ambassador, about Giro and how far it really contributes to having this bond and among the Albanians themselves. How does it foster relations among people from different walks of life in the country?
Giro is not an Albanian word. Giro is, it's a word we have inherited from Italian language. Okay. And the Albanian word for that is shëtitje, which means a walk, like Giro, a walk. But mostly we used to say, let's make a Giro. Hajde bëjmë një Giro, let's make a Giro, like that. It means, especially during spring, and summer, but late at night, and autumn, we have the tradition that we make a walk through the main streets of our towns or cities, where we meet in company, families, couples or friends, meet together, and they work and pass the time walking through the streets and talking and passing the time, nicely and with good humor and so on. We have a good sense of humor like you Egyptians. We love humor, we Albanians.
If we talk, Ambassador, about the priorities on your agenda concerning the important files in the future, what would you say?
We have a lot in common. And first of all, we belong to the same area. I mean, geographically, same territories, and with ancient histories, both countries, and ancient civilization. Of course, Egyptian civilization and history is not, I mean, cannot be compared with Albanian, no, but you have a greater history in the far distant past. But anyhow, we have the same, and we have been exchanging. We have interests. We are not that far, and I mean, maybe Albania is a door for Egypt to get to Europe. What I mean, direct trips by ship from Alexandria or Port Said to Albanian seaports, Durrës or Vlora. It's about, let's say, 5 to 6 days. And there, by highways or motorways or railways, they can be sent to Central Europe or Northern Europe, and it will be cheaper than to send them by ship coming around Europe. So this is one possibility. And another possibility we have to, it's maybe the minerals Albania has, because we have a lot of minerals starting from coal, which I know you interested at. We're not using anymore because we have banned using coal following the European decision. It's 30 years now we are not using coal, but you need it. So there's a lot of coal in Albania, iron, copper, aluminium, nickel, minerals. So it's quite a good opportunity, the ones you need. And we can exchange agricultural products. We are getting them from Egypt, and we're taking fasulia, for instance. We use fasulia, the same word in Albanian, and we get what else? Yeah. Vegetables and fruit. During summertime, we profit to buy beans, yes, but we profit. We are producing as well, but we're getting them at the period that we are not having from our own production.
Your Excellency, I really interviewed many ambassadors, and they always tell me how far is this mission, their mission in Egypt, very special. How special it was for you. Tell us more.
For me as well, it is a very special mission. It was not my first time being in Egypt. Of course, I've not been serving at our embassy here. I'm an old diplomat. Joined Foreign Affairs in 1980, but I've been working at the department and running the department covering Middle East and North Africa from 1983, and I've been visiting Egypt. And it's a very special country for me. It's special mainly because the people are friendly. People are cultured, well educated, and wherever you go, you meet friends, you talk freely, you have good humor, and this is quite like being at home for me. It's the same way that the Albanians behave. On the other hand, Egypt is a very safe country. You can walk everywhere without being worried that you're alone or you are too far, and without being scared that whom can I be meeting in the street and things like that. Thirdly, you have a lovely history. And I love history. I think everyone loves history. But especially the Egyptian civilization, oh, it's unbelievable. It's one of the culminate points of world's history. So that's why. And then Egypt offers a lot of opportunities, not only for me as a diplomat, but for my family as well. So it's quite good. That's why we feel home.
Your Excellency, Ambassador Eduard Sulo, Albania's ambassador to Egypt, thank you so much for joining Nile TV International. It has been a pleasure and an honor to know more about this beautiful country, about Albania from you, and all the best of success on your mission.
Thank you very much for that. And I would like to profit from the opportunity just to express that I'm ready for you, for your television, to be present and talk any subject that has to do with the relations between our both countries. Thank you very much for being here with me today and giving me this great opportunity.
And thank you very much, dear viewers, for joining us. That was exclusive with Taghreed Hussein visiting this beautiful country, Albania, and interviewing His Excellency, the Albanian ambassador to Egypt, His Excellency Eduard Sulo.